Hello and welcome to Only Connect. And I must apologise in advance for the state of the set. Cledwyn on camera 2 has brought his parrot, Crackers, with him. He said he's perfectly house-trained, but I'll just put some newspaper down to be safe. And I said, it's all very well saying that, Crackers, but Cledwyn is your responsibility, and just look at the mess he's made. Joining me tonight for this quarter-final match are, on my right, Frankie Fanco, an avid reader whose husband gave her a toilet brush for Christmas. Andrew Beasley, a football writer who got stranded off Croatia in a thunderstorm, and their captain, Andrew Fanco, a Liverpool FC supporter who gave his wife a toilet brush for Christmas. United by a passion for Pierce Brosnan, they are the 007s. In your last match, you answered all your questions correctly, and all but one of the questions that got thrown over. You only missed the music question. Why are you so weak on music?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. I think we got fairly fortunate with the questions, but we're expecting the difficulty to ramp up somewhat in the quarterfinals.
Well, let's see how that ramp will play out this evening against, on my left, Doriana Shirola, a languages enthusiast whose spirit animal is the elephant. Jim Smalley, a product manager who sat behind Coolio on a flight to Frankfurt. And their captain, Steve Lilly, a music buff and former Butlins redcoat. United by a passion for Plymouth gin, they are the Junipers. Have you had a chance to discover Cardiff at all during the competition, or did you know it already?
We have. I've never been to Cardiff, but we'll be coming back with my partner, Joe, for future frivolities.
I can guarantee you'll have a much better time when you don't have to play this quiz.
That's true.
Tonight, I'm afraid you do. But not immediately, because, despite winning the toss, you've thrown your opponents in first. So, 007s, please choose a hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
Lion. It's the music question. Let's see if you can improve on your performance last time, which was nearly perfect, apart from the music question. You'll be hearing your clues. Here's the first.
Next, please.
Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If allies are weak, am I not best alone? If allies are strong with power...
Next, please.
How to handle a woman? There's a way, said the wise old man. A way no
next, please.
I want to be like you.
2 seconds.
Louis.
Not it, I'm afraid. Junipers, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Is it books?
It's not books either. You recognised One Piece?
Yes, only the last one.
Yeah.
The last one was King Louis.
Yeah.
You said
Jungle
Louis.
Book.
You should have said King. They are sung by kings. The first one, King Philip in Don Carlos. Second one, the King of Siam in The King and I. And the third one, King Arthur in Camelot.
Okay.
How many times do you think Yul Brynner played the part of the King of Siam?
Twice.
Close. It was over 4,000 times.
OK.
Over 4,000 times on stage. I mean, wow. You wouldn't want to be forgetting the words, would you, after 3,500 performances? All pieces of music sung by kings. Junipers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
She's a fantasy writer. Yeah.
Next, please.
Oh, maybe Sophie, because that's Sophie's choice. And maybe her name is... maybe that's her name, Sophie.
So they're Sophie's.
Sophie?
Is it Sophie Hatter?
Sophie. Don't know about the first one.
Next, please.
Go for it. Yeah, that's... Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Sophie's.
Is the right answer. Doriana, your reckless gambling spirit was reined in there by the captain, going for a third clue. Talk me through what we're looking at.
There are Sophies in books by these authors. So, Sophie's Choice by William Styron. Sophie's World by Jostein Gaarde.
That's right.
I'm not familiar with the Diana Wynne Jones book, so...
It's Howell's Moving Castle, the character of Sophie Hatter, and Roald Dahl, it's the BFG, and Sophie doesn't have a surname. Do you know who she's named after?
Herbie's granddaughter, maybe?
Sophie Dahl, of course, the model turned writer. All Sophies. Very well done. 007s, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. These are going to be picture clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please. Sure, I'll go for the next. Sure. Next, please. Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Should we go for that?
I think, yeah. Well,
Yeah?
yeah, try it.
Queen.
Is the right answer. You should have said king last time. You're right to say queen this time. Who are we looking at?
Well, Theresa May, obviously, is the first one, so Brian May. We'll have to come back to the second one. The third one is Dennis Taylor.
For Roger Taylor.
From Roger Taylor, and then there's obviously Mercury in the
Freddie
fourth.
Mercury. So who do you think might be featuring in the second clue?
Somebody Deacon.
Somebody
For John
Deacon.
Joey Deacon.
It's Joey Deacon, the author of Tongue-Tied, the book about living with cerebral palsy, who was on Blue Peter, I think sort of late 70s or early 80s. Lovely Joey Deacon standing in for John Deacon. All share their names with members of Queen. Well done. Junipers, what would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
Twisted Flats. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Okay. Could be lost things. Next, please.
And Jerry Lewis. Lewis and Harris, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Very good.
You think so?
Yeah, must be. It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, Lewis. Lewis.
What else can it be?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All paired with Lewis.
They are all paired with Lewis. Very well done. OK, let's have a look at all the clues. What can you tell me about these people?
Inspector Morse's deputy is Lewis.
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 Who's Frank Duckworth?
Duckworth-Lewis method.
Duckworth-Lewis method.
Duckworth-Lewis method, exactly so.
Statistician.
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. And, of course, Harris. That refers to Lewis and Harris, the largest island in Scotland. 007s, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Yeah. Next, please.
It's 9, I think.
9. So that'd be 6. We'll go for another one. Next, please. Next, please.
3 seconds.
The United States.
I can't take that, I'm afraid. Junipers, do you know?
We think if you take those numbers in the USA, you end up with 1, but that's wrong. It's not.
That's not it. 007s, you're close, but it's not just America. It's the difference between America and the UK.
So obviously.
America has a land border with 2 countries.
Yeah.
If you take one away, the UK has 1. We have 12 members of the Supreme Court, 9 in America. We had 6 monarchs called George. They have had 3 heads of state, and men's golf majors hosted each year. You have to take 2 away. Okay. The differences between UK and USA. Close, but not quite it, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Junipers, what would you like?
Horned viper, please.
OK, the horned viper is the last question. That's for you. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Ooh. Next, please. You did, you lost him on the tube. Lost him on the tube, didn't you? Should we go? Yeah? They lost them.
I need to hear something very specific.
Misplaced them on the tube or public transport.
I'm afraid that's not it. 007s, you have a bonus chance now. I'm going to show you all the clues.
Is it They were thrown in the bin.
They were thrown in the bin, but they were not all lost. Of course, you came in early, you hadn't seen all the clues. Mary Bale, the cat bin lady, she didn't lose that cat. She just rather nastily put it in a bin. Ian Watters, remember him? From the Bake Off. He was so upset with the state of his baked Alaska, he scraped it into the bin, but it was still there. Sean Grant, he was a shopkeeper who put the lottery ticket of the winner in the bin, but he won anyway. And Oliver Letwin, he threw some parliamentary papers into a bin near Downing Street. That means at the end of round 1, the 007s have 3 points, the Junipers have 5. Sequences round now, and you'll be going first again, so what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK, what would come fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. Looks like it could be the middle of a word, maybe. If you put OE.
VT. Oh, no, I was thinking they rhyme VT, SB, but I don't think the others do.
They do.
No.
Next, please.
These anagrams or something?
It's not like a anagram.
2 seconds.
JHVER.
Not it, I'm afraid. Junipers, do you know?
VIIOTT.
Not it, I'm afraid, but you're a lot closer. Why do you say that?
I was just thinking Henry VII on the toilet. Just thinking of where they died. He probably didn't die on the toilet. I just completely made that up.
If I could give points for a creative answer, you'd be getting it. So, yes, hidden at the beginning are the Roman numerals spelling out 4, 5, 6, 7. So, VIITFA. And I can tell you that these relate to Star Wars episodes. 4, A New Hope. 5, The Empire Strikes Back. 6, Return of the Jedi. 7, The Force Awakens. Why would it also have accepted ITPM?
Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace, because if it was in release order, you'd go back to 1, The Phantom Menace. But this is episode order, so I wanted to hear 7, The Force Awakens. Unhappy Star Wars fans. I've seen so many of them during my time in this chair.
Dear me.
Junipers, what would you like next?
Lion, please.
Lion. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Don't see that one.
No. Next, please. Next, please. Something to do with the words. Someone got it.
2 seconds.
Shrew International.
Not it, I'm afraid. 007s, do you know?
Yeah. It's something that contains autumn hidden inside.
Well, I'll give you the points, but I'd like to hear an example. It's really difficult, isn't it?
Think of something.
It's really hard to think of one. Yeah.
Something about Mr. Tumnus.
It is within the Chateau Tumnus would be an example. You saw the sequence. It is hidden seasons, but winter is in the first one. Part of, this is the clue, see, part of what is now Inter Milan. Winter is part of that. Inside a clasp ring, you'll find spring in a possum meringue, which is a real thing, by the way. Really? In Arkansas, there's a shop selling a sort of pastry with chocolate and cream cheese filling. That is a possum meringue pie, apparently. So something with autumn hidden, because we are going winter to autumn. For example, within the Chateau Tumnus. Who knows what goes on in there? So you get the bonus point, and what would you like for your own question?
Twisted Flax, please.
Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
Do you know where that statue is? No. Next, please. Go from there. Next, please. Scandi.
They mentioned in a song or something.
A statue of Millicent Fawcett,
Is the right answer. And why?
because these are statues in Parliament Square.
Exactly so, in order of unveiling. And at time of recording, the most recent Millicent Fawcett unveiled in 2018. Well done. Back to you, Junipers, for a choice.
Eye of Horus.
Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Something to do with travel, is that? Next, please. September the 11th. Next, please.
What is it? Is it the doomsday clock? When they were putting it, but what we need a sequence. What was the first time when they put it?
Don't know.
2 seconds.
Atomic bomb.
One first atomic bomb dropped.
Not it, I'm afraid. 007s, do you know?
One, the assassination of Kennedy.
That's not it either. You are in the right area. It's about Defcon. Defcon 4, for example, during the American-North Korean tensions in 2017, I think they're quite often at Defcon 4. They went to Defcon 3 after the attacks on September 11th, Defcon 2 during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and Defcon 1, thank God, never. Actual Defcon 1, cocked pistol, means nuclear war is imminent. And at time of recording, that's never. 007s, what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
OK. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. Yeah. Jane Eyre.
Is the right answer. What would you have said if it wasn't Jane Eyre?
Shirley.
Shirley's the other one, but that would have been third. So what are these?
So it's novels by Charlotte Bronte in order of publication.
In reverse order of publication.
yeah.
The Professor is a twisty little one because it was written first but published last. In fact, it was published posthumously. So going back to 1847 when Jane Eyre was the first novel that Charlotte Bronte published, although not the first one she wrote. Junipers, last one for you, water. A music sequence. I know you were sorry that the music questions were over for the game. Well, they're not. We've got a music sequence. You'll be hearing your clues. I want to know what sort of thing you'd expect to hear in fourth place. First piece of music coming in now.
Also, oh no, Blue Danube.
Well then, yeah.
Blue Danube, Austria. Next, please.
Hey, where did we go?
Brown-eyed girls and blue browns.
Snooker, isn't it?
Yeah, so go out there. So Yellow River.
Yellow River is good.
Playing a new game.
Yellow River.
And why would that be?
We've got Blue Danube, Brown-eyed Girl. So next would be Little Green Bag by the George Baker selection, and the fourth one will be Yellow River by
Christie.
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 Very well done. These are songs containing the colours blue, then brown. We didn't hear what we would have played. Green, green grass of home. Little Green Bag would be fine. And something with yellow in the title. But why that sequence of colours?
They're snooker balls going down in value.
It's our old friends, the Snooker Balls. Yellow River, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know that song. How does it go?
I can't remember.
I tell you what I do know, Yellow Brick Road. Should we ever go at that one? Follow the Yellow Brick Road? Cheer everyone up during this incredibly difficult quarter-final. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow, 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 follow the Yellow Brick Road. Lovely, lovely. And of course our teams are on the Yellow Brick Road towards ultimate victory, but not both of them. Let's have a look at the scores. At the end of round 2, the Junipers have 8 points, the 007s have 9. On we press to a thorny quarter-final connecting wall. And Junipers, you have the dubious pleasure of going first this time. So would you like lion or water?
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall. starting now.
Okay. What have we got?
It's cocktails.
We've got words that have come over from Japanese. What's a capriosca?
So the Bond females, Vesper Lind, wasn't there? Any others?
Let's try. Oh, okay.
This is not Japanese, this is Korean. This is like martial arts, but something else.
So, well, there's another.
Martial art. It's got to be martial art.
Shall we try the...
Cincinnati Kid, Karate Kid. Kamikaze Kid. Yeah.
The Lemon Drop Kid.
Can we try the cocktails?
Cocktails, yeah, what we got?
Cosmopolitan.
Vesper.
Capiroshka. Isn't Kamikaze cocktail as well?
Yep. Okay.
3 lives now.
So, Short Kids has got to be in there somewhere. Flamingo Kid.
Is there anything in the words? Key nylon.
See some lives. I've got some lives.
Things that are pink. Cincinnati Kid.
Lemon Drop Kid. Is there a Lemon Drop Kid? Flamingo Kid.
He's not lucky.
That's it, you've solved the wall. Very well done. But do you know why? Let's have a look. Tell me about that first group starting Mokbara.
Korean martial arts.
I need to hear something specific.
Martial arts, music genres.
I can't take it, and I'm really sorry, because you've worked this out beautifully. They are fictional martial arts. Eki Thump was in the Goodies, Hip Hop Kiddos, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rex Kwon Do, Napoleon Dynamite, Mokbara from Star Trek. Next group, Kamikaze, Kaiparosca, Vesper, Cosmopolitan.
They're all cocktails.
Can you be more specific?
Vodka cocktails.
They are vodka cocktails. And the next one, Flamingo, Lemon Drop, Karate, Cincinnati.
They're all kids.
They are kid films. A Flamingo Kid with Matt Damon in it. You never saw that?
No.
And the last group, Lucky, Nylon, Allure, Glamour.
Are they all girls?
They are not. I mean, they probably are somewhere in the world, but I think the answer I want to hear is fashion magazines. But you found all 4 groups and you gave me 2 connections, so that's a total of 6. Not at all bad on this tough wall. Let's bring in the 007s now, give them the other wall, the water wall, see how they get on. You have 2.5 minutes, starting now.
Jenga, Jambo, Uhuru, they're all Swahili words. Safari,
Give that a try.
maybe Shiva, but I'm not sure.
Well done.
Hugo Loris.
Oh, World Cup winning captains, Dunga, Loris, Moore, and Shiva, probably the Uruguayan captains.
Well, it could be, yeah.
Bellini. So that's
Well, I'm
just-
thinking... Yes, I'm thinking cocktails, Bellini, Kira.
Black Velvet.
Yeah.
So it should be a captain or combi? No.
possibly.
Okay, so
try
cocktails, Key
what have we
Royale,
got?
Black Velvet,
Bellini.
Bellini, and maybe a Shiva? No.
Let's go back to this.
Maurice is French, D'Artagnan. Anything else? Combination?
You've got Kedgeree. Is there anything where you can add those letters on the end?
World Cup winning captain seems right,
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty
so
sure
it's
D'Artagnan
cocktails.
isn't one, so
Maybe a combi of a cocktail.
I suppose Deck could be.
could be one.
Did you try?
No.
Just give it a try. I don't know if you did. No. Okay.
Let's try cocktails again. Just try this with random ones.
Yeah, good idea.
D'Artagnan.
Yeah. So what we got that doesn't go in a Kedge? Airmail.
This is really tough.
Yeah.
No, that's also a song.
Be a
I
World
don't
Cup
think any of
winning
the others.
captain, possibly.
Yeah.
Let's just start.
10
Yeah.
seconds.
Oh, wait.
3 lives. No, that's it. The time is up and the wall has frozen, but well done for finding 2 groups on that wall. What connects Safari, Jenga and so on?
These are Swahili words.
All Swahili words. And the next one, airmail, D'Artagnan and so on.
Cocktails.
Can you tell me something else?
What do they contain?
Champagne cocktails.
Champagne cocktails. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. There we are. Deck, shiver, dunga, kedge.
Is it a re? Dungaree, kedgeree?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, you
REE
can put
on the end.
REE to the end. Yeah.
Well done, Andrew. You can put re after all of them. Decree, shivery, dungaree, kedgeree. And the next group, more, Bellini, combi, and so on.
World Cup winning captains.
Those are the World Cup winning captains.
Yep.
Dunga, the big red herring there. So well done. You found 2 groups and you gave me all 4 connections, so that is a total of 6. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Junipers have 14 points, the 007s have 15. So it is a very hotly contested place in the semi-final. It'll be decided in the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group all offer 2 options. Junipers?
Put up or shut up.
Correct. 007s?
Go hard or go home.
Yes, it is. 007s?
Take it or leave it.
Correct. Junipers?
Sink or swim.
Correct. New category, heads of state and their country. 007s?
Mary Robinson and Ireland.
Well done. 007s?
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Liberia.
Correct. 007s?
Corazon Aquino and the Philippines.
Yes, it is. 007s?
Dilma Rousseff and Brazil.
Well done. Next category, things with a limited number of characters. Don't know this one. No more than 18 characters in the name of a racehorse. Next clue. 007s?
A tweet.
Correct. That last one, a Beckett play with only 1 character, Krapp's last tape, but the bell has gone. It's the end of the quiz and through to the semi-finals with 22 points. It's the 007s. Finishing with 16, it's the Junipers. And I could feel during round 4 you were a fraction of a second behind on nearly all of those answers. You have played so well. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. Well done, 007s. You are through to the semi-finals. We'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching. And before we go, I've had a letter in from Mrs. S. Stokes of Banbury. Says, "Dear Victoria, for fun, next week, why don't you swap places with one of the team captains?" What a bonkers thought. We could do that. We could turn other established societal structures on their heads as well and soon be living in servitude under the tyrannical yoke of our new bee overlords in their apian despotism. I'll stay where I am, thanks, Mrs. S. Stokes. A beekeeper by any chance? Goodbye.